Okay guys, Chinese heaters. As you all know by now, if you've been watching this YouTube page, I live on a 38-foot Princess motor yacht. Now, I had an Eberspacher heater on board this boat when it came, because obviously when I lived on Rambling Rose, my narrow boat, I could run a coal burning or wood burning stove. You can't get away with that in a marina, they won't let you do that. So most boats have got a different form of heating. This came with an Eberspacher, which had stopped working. A friend of mine, long story short, sold me a Chinese heater, 5 kilowatt. I could do with the 8 really, the boat's a bit big for a 5 kilowatt. 8 kilowatt would be better. I'm now going to show you what I've done. I've fitted it to the original pipework that came with the boat, but you could go and buy some pipework and make your own junctions up. It's quite easy. Now, down the front of the boat, as you can see, there's a vent under the bed. That's 30 foot away from the heater. In the spare bedroom, there's another one in the galley. Coming up into the living room, there's one in the living room as well. Now, under the seating in the living room is one of the pipes for the air intake. Now the reason for that is that the heater pulls air across a hot chamber and blows it throughout the boat. So if you're drawing cold air, it'll cool the chamber down. So you want to draw air from the place you're warming up because it's drawing warm air, and obviously that's less work for the heater to do. Now, pipe work. The pipework on the boat had fell apart, so I had to buy some. The only place I could find in Devon, in the Brixham area that was supplying it, was Interline. Nobody else seemed to have it, and of course, living on a boat, you can't just order stuff off the internet. Where's it going to get to? So, so there you go. Interline sell that diameter, but of course, as I've just said, it reduces in size as it goes through the boat. So I suppose that causes a bit of a restriction and keeps the air hot as it gets to the front of the boat. I don't know, somebody who does heating engineer would probably tell you better than that, but there you go. Now, the original heater was under the floor, so I used the original exhaust and put the heater that I fitted in one of the lockers here. That's the intake I just showed you, and that's the pipe work that takes it throughout the boat. Below the heater you've got the exhaust. That gets very, very hot, so be careful where you put that when you fit it to a boat or caravan or whatever. Make sure that the exhaust is well away from anything, because it will get very, very hot. There's an air intake next to that, because obviously it works by igniting fuel in a chamber. The aluminium casing gets very hot, the air is blown over that, and that's where you get your warmth from. There's the fuel feed with a filter. I've left the tank outside so that I can see how much fuel I'm using. I will eventually fit that somewhere a bit better and put a window in it. I'm thinking of putting it behind it and putting a slot in there so that you can see the tank, see how much fuel it's got. Now, interestingly enough, on a cold night, bearing in mind this is a very big boat to heat, just above freezing, I'm using about 1/3 of a gallon between the hours of 6 o'clock at night and 9 the following morning, leaving the thing on constantly. It went below freezing the other night and I used a gallon in the same time period. So that gives you an idea of how economic it is. But of course, like I said, this is a very big boat. We could do with an 8 kilowatt heater on here. I think the 5 kilowatt's struggling a little bit. On a slightly smaller boat, it would be fine, absolutely fine. So there you go guys, any questions, ask me. I do check my page quite often, and please subscribe. I need 1,000 people and I can start my travels, because I'll be earning a little bit of money off this. Catch you all later.